The GPU-powered NeXus has been updated, with additional parameters and a whole host of new modifiers. Simulate realistic flocks and swarms, organic particle growth systems, up-res low particle count cached scenes, generate realistic waves in your fluid sims, layer-based blending options, and so much more. This is the new NeXus. Let's start with particle up-resing then. In this scene we have a cached low particle count sim. Look, we can scrub it backwards and forwards. Let's take our NeXus up-res. We'll use the cached emitter as a source. We'll have an emitter as a destination with a higher particle count. We'll play it and we're getting a live generated very high particle count sim based on the velocity of those source particles. We're able to interpolate velocity, radius, color and more, meaning there's no need for the original modifiers that were used in this scene. nxInfectio is the virus simulator that spreads to neighboring particles, and it's now calculated on the GPU. Use it to create all kinds of effects, from organic growth systems to controlling modifiers in dynamic fluid sims. The new NeXus modifier, nxInfectio. nxWave creates a live velocity field which generates animating waves for your fluid sims. A choice of display modes enable the accurate tweaking of wave types. Choose from 6 custom noise types specially made for NeXus, with the usual adjustments available. As well as nxWave, nxFoam has been updated. It's now possible to generate live foam particles on cached fluid sims like this one. Just drop in a foam emitter, hit play, and now look, our cached fluid sim is able to generate these live foam particles, making art direction much easier. nxWind has also been updated with a realistic von Karman mode. This creates far more physically accurate gusting for realism in simulations. Particle to object avoidance is now on the GPU with nxAvoid. Any scene object can be used as an avoid object. Particles can be set to change direction on detection. They can also be set to freeze or to die. We can use multiple objects and generators as avoid objects. Here we've got an XP shatter sandwiched between 2 walls. We'll put all of those objects in our objects list, and now when we hit play, our particles are avoiding all of those pieces of geometry and staying within those shatter gaps. That's dynamic object avoidance with nxAvoid. Processor-intensive flocking simulations have now been brought to the GPU with nxFlock. Layer up several flocking behaviors like chaos and cohesion. Create pursuit objects for your particles to chase, and then create enemy particles from which to flee. nxBlend blends the properties from different particle emitters, and it's been updated. You can now use several blend modes like multiply, screen and overlay. There's also a new weighting tab with layer-based weighting per particle emitter, enabling amazing blending effects. Many of the existing NeXus modifiers have been updated to be more powerful than before, and with new inclusions like Infectio, Wave, Flock, Upres and Avoid. GPU particle simulations have never been more powerful. New and improved NeXus modifiers, coming soon to INSYDIUM Fused.